Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us your true name? You do have a name. My name is Gladiator. How dare you show your back to me? Slave, you remove your helmet and tell me your name. My name is Fun My Comic, and I represent all the campaigns you shadow banned and kicked off your website. Huh? Creators that just wanted to fund, that wanted to be left alone. And we will build a website that is going to bury you all. Oh crap.
Years ago, America passed the 28th Amendment,
virtually enslaving anyone with special abilities into government service, or forcing them to live as ordinary citizens.
With his team disbanded,
America's foremost protector and hero for a century had been betrayed by the very institution he swore to serve. Erased from its history books, his every exploit was covered up. Now, in a place called Little Bighorn, the greatest hero America has forgotten will come out of retirement to take down the very institution he once served,
assembling a new team of superpowered individuals wielding abilities never before witnessed.
In a country that has banned its heroes, it's time to root for the criminals. Let's start a new revolution.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Hey there, this is Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics, and today we're going to be talking about a few topics that are on my mind. That's what this show's about. It's all about the rant. Oh, anyway. All right. Hey, Jolly Green, welcome in. But, so today I like to start out the show Breaking Bunny with a review. And today I decided to wade into this one right here. Okay. I don't think this is currently available, but the cash crew is supposed to be campaign is supposed to be on the way, or it might be already up. I don't know. I don't follow Cecil. So I don't know. It might already be up by now. No idea. Anyway, to be quite honest, the reason I backed this was because, hello, Daisy. What's up, lady? Anyway, Anyway, so the reason I backed this was because Cecil had a cover deal with Dynamite Comics. And Dynamite had on its roster at that time somebody editing a compilation called Gail Simone. And well, the lovely and ever effervescent Gail Simone basically had Cecil canceled. So, because its cover was supposed to have Red Sonja and Vampirella, which were both Dynamite properties. And she intervened and had them canceled, and lost it. They lost a ton of customer base because of her, and she was just editing a book. So what does she care? She didn't. And just one of the biggest miscalculations I've seen recently, but it made me mad, and so to kind of get back at her, like my buying this book was going to affect her in any way, shape, or form. Dumbass me, back this book and push the total over 200K. I think it was. Anyway, so this book has been delayed, and I finally got one in my hands. Supposedly there's this whole divorce settlement, blah, 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 But anyway, the Zayd brothers fulfilled it for him. And got a pretty decent merch package, with all the stretch goals he met. Got the patch right there, the Anna as Leia poster is in there. This cool little card set that has Zayd Studios written all over it. It's like the Jack Show members and Caesar. Anyway, so that's kind of like the merch package. Well, the book itself, I don't remember getting this particular cover. I thought I got the cover that EVS did, but evidently not. I wound up with this cover anyway. So, all right. Well, this book has been done a while, so everybody's wanting to get their hands on it. Actually, this is the art book. My fault. This is the art book that came with it. That's why. Actually, I don't have it right immediately handy, but if I have all this stuff, I have the book. Well, okay. The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, the good. Donald DeLay's art is really good. Has a lot of amusing images that were really well constructed. Very funny. Had a cameo of one of my favorite human beings. They call him 7 of 9. He's in it. He has a rather lengthy cameo as a purveyor of a strip club. Anyway, and let's see. That's pretty much the good. It's the bad. The bad is it's a series of unconnected vignettes. Some of the gags don't really land, in my opinion, and it's sometimes it gets a little random for the sake of randomness, and after a while that gets a little tedious. You kind of want something to kind of like be connected to one another in some way. I mean, there is like a nominal plot that goes through it, but for the most part, it's like gag after gag after gag after gag. And after a while, you just kind of like want something to happen that's not a gag, But once again, it's the ugly is it is what it is. it is what it is. It's exactly what it was meant to be, and it's not going to be to everybody's taste. It's definitely not safe for work, not safe for kids. This is definitely an adult comic book for adults, and my carrot rating out of 5 carrots. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to give it 4 carrots. Okay, I'm sure that's going to shock people everywhere. Well, you kind of out of this negativity about it. Why in the world are you giving it 4 carrots? I'm going to give it 4 carrots because I'd be disingenuous if I didn't point. And it's pointed out to me when I was kind of complaining about it. Somebody's like, well, "What did you expect?" And I kind of had like, taken aback. That I was expecting more out of it than it expected out of itself. And so for what it is intended to be, it's that the lampoon, the crude humor, the slapstick jokes, what it intends to be, it hits the nail on the head. A little bit more coherent writing would push it over the top for me. That's why I can't give it 5 carrots. But I'm just not the person this was meant for. But for what it was aiming at, the purpose that it was created, it absolutely fulfills every single aspect of the genre. So I can't I can't be disingenuous and say, "Oh, I hated it because my personal opinion, because of my personal taste, I hated it." That's not what I'm supposed to be doing if I give a review. The review is did it accomplish what it set out to accomplish, and did it accomplish that at the best, at the highest level possible? Donald DeLay's art is great. The coloring is awesome. And yeah, I mean the toilet humor is toilet humor. Okay, I mean it is what it is, right? But I mean, if you're looking for a recommendation for me, I mean, if that's what you want, and that's the kind of style that you're looking for, then it's the perfect comic for you. Pick it up. I'm sure he's about to put out. He's either putting it. He's already got it out already, but or part 2 is gonna, or I don't know if it's part 2. This one didn't really have that kind of storyline. But the second book is probably going to land. Probably going to be out shortly. And once that does, if this is the kind of humor you like, then I would recommend it to you. I'm not going to back it because I didn't really back it for the comic in the first place, and I'm not really the audience for it. I'm one of the only human beings that didn't really enjoy Airplane. Okay. Which I know, I know. Every time I say that, people are like, "What?" It's just not my style. That Anyway, let me check my Rumble over here. Make sure my Rumble's working. Let's see. All right. The Rumble is working. Okay. Good deal. No chats. All right. Just making sure. Anyway, yeah, I got one person watching over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to do Rumble more consistently. Try to build something over there. Maybe StreamYards will get its head out of its ass and actually connect to the second largest streaming platform on the fucking planet. You're just saying. I don't know if it's Rumble's problem or StreamYard's problem, but I wish they'd get together. I'd be streaming over there a lot more. I'm streaming on the crap tube. I mean, the other day I played a song that has been out since the 80s. Okay. And I didn't play it long. I played like a minute, maybe a minute and a half of it. And some idiot in Russia claimed it. And YouTube backed them up. And I'm like, what? And I mean, YouTube just sucks, man. I mean, I don't know. They're just in their desire to cut down on more than one point of view. They have just completely screwed up their algorithm. I mean, screwed their algorithm. Anyway, what's the synopsis for this bad boy? What, the cash grab? I can't really give you a synopsis. It's fat, slobby guy trying to act like a superhero, stumbles his way through madcaps, for I don't know, about 30 pages or so. If that's your thing, that's a great book for you. Okay, another thing I want to talk about. All right, is that with all the like drama that like popped up over the weekend. Okay, when Dale Killen first came to CG, everybody immediately was like, "Hey, man, what you got? You own the rights to Pitt, so why don't you do an omnibus of Pitt? That way, when you do something new with Pitt, you can catch people up." Well, he seemed to think that was a great idea, and so he suddenly announced that there's going to be a Pitt omnibus. And a lot of people are like freaking out about it. Yay, I'm going to grab it first day. Oh my gosh, And they put it out through Riot Press, and something happened. According to Riot Press, there was a drunken incident that made them reconsider their position of putting this out. And so they, the day of, they decided to back out of the thing. And so people in CG didn't take it well. I mean, I don't really have a standing either way. I don't really have a position that I'm taking. I think that they have a right to decide what they're going to put out or not, especially if their name's on it, their reputation's on the line. And so I'm all for like free will. Was it the best business move? I don't know. That book was like set up to make a ton of money. But at the same time, if you have a partner that you don't feel like you can rely upon, you got to make a choice, right? Well, there's a dog pile kind of on Riot Press, and the biggest names at the top decided to weigh in, and evidently they thought they were very negative about it. And which I was like, to put it out yourself. You got the resources. If you feel that strongly, then put it out yourself. I mean, as far as I know, Riot Press, Patrick Thomas Parnell and his wife lost their home, or at least they got significant damage in the last hurricane that came through last year. And so I don't know if they're in a position to take that many risks at the moment. So, I mean, wait. I mean, I can't really give a informed opinion on it. It appears to me, just watching the stream the other day, that that they didn't feel like this was a risk that they could take, and that's their prerogative, guys. That's my prerogative. Hold on 1 second. And CG rallied around them via their recent campaign to help repair the damages. Yeah, they did. They did. That's right. That's true. That's true. That's true. They did come out and help them out. So I mean, but let me move away from that particular topic because I don't feel informed enough to really make an opinion. But the thing keeps coming up. I see it in these like little sneering comments here and there. It's like, oh, why you guys still CG and CG this hate group, right? All right, hold on 1 second. I think people need to stop running to social media to air their grievances. Yeah. I think it's very accurate. That's very accurate. Yeah. I agree with that. Some things should be handled in private. And I think that would have been one thing that maybe it would have been best to leave kind of like say, oh, we there's issues that came up that, maybe just say there's issues that came up and we couldn't put it out. And just leave it at that. I mean, take the emotion out of it, let cooler heads prevail, and thinks a lot of the drama will go away after a more relaxed discussion, right? Well, that's not how CG does things, though, is it? That's not how we do things around here. I mean, everybody goes scorched earth. Everybody it's like a blow up every few months. There's a blow up and there's big to do and everybody swears it off. Right. Exactly. Well, but I guess why CG? Why do some of us hang around, with all this drama? Hey Hex Allen, what's up, dude? Why do we hang out with all this drama and all this stuff going on? Well, the reason I do, I can only speak for myself. Hold on 1 second. We should just have said Keon decided to go different directions, spare the details, keep it moving. The more they spoke, the more they just said things sound like Smiller and others. Yeah. Once I saw the title of the thumbnail, I thought this is where they're going to head with it. Just don't know. But the thing about it is, though, is every single movement that's had any kind of impact in the world has been birthed in blood and fire. Okay. Good and bad. But every single one of them has basically had to go through, shall we say, the tribulation. They have to go through the fire to accomplish anything. Movement basically has to be birthed in conflict because BTP's wife was trying to shut him up. He just kept going. Yeah, agreed. He deviated too far from what he prepared to say. This is stuttering meandered discussion. If he stuck to explain the issue at hand, he could have moved on. Yeah, right. Yeah, I totally understand that. You definitely have to keep it tight. Hold on 1 second. Let me mute this right quick. Sorry, it's a phone call I had to take. Very professional, right? But yeah. So there was a lot. Yeah. Right. Well, I wish I had that. I did have somebody tell me, behave, man. You finally building something back. Don't screw it up. Anyway. Well, let me veer away from that because it's not really. I don't really have a dog in that fight. But why do I think CG is important enough to hang in there, get called all sorts of names, get your your uh, reputation smeared. Why is it? Why stick around? Why stick around? And you know what? To me, CG is not the big names at the top. That it's not a fan group per se. I mean, it kind of at times it kind of veers into that uh, more than I would like. But the truth of the matter is, it's just the matrix. It's the matrix of creatives, like-minded creatives. And I was thinking about this yesterday. It's Father's Day, and I was thinking about through all the amazing fathers, father figures, and people who love their kids and take care of their kids and sacrifice for their kids that we have in this group. I was thinking about all the guys who are happily married and some that are not, maybe not happily married, but take care of their wives, take care of their business, take care of their responsibilities. And then I look at the other side, and I look at these people and live alone, and just stay on social media all the time, and that's their main interaction. And they stab each other in the back. And if somebody moves out of line and has the wrong opinion, cancel, cancel, cancel. There's no loyalty there, and I think I stay with CG because what's the alternative? I see the guys that are not within this matrix. I see people within this, and they're the kind of people I want to hang out with. They're the kind of people I want to know. I want to be friends with. I want to have interactions with. And I look at the other side, and what do they get? What do they got? I mean, they got they're shoot me the link. All right. All right. I will do that. Hold on one second. Right. It's directly there. Hey, John Douglas. What's up, dude? That is the link, my friend, if you want to come on. But I mean, I see people like my friend Pixel Trader who came up with this idea, did this AI thing last year. It's like, what if you took the Little Mermaid right after that awful thing dropped, and he wound up passing 10K just recently. And here, speak of the man, he shall appear. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? No, I wanted to come in too, and I'm gonna kick you if you start getting out of hand.
I was gonna muscle me. All right, no big deal.
No.
No, CG is the art that would carry the artistic liberty through current flood of crap and censorship in comics. Problem being anti-whatever is not saying what we are for. Right. At the gym, got video, no problem. Hey, that's good. Anyway, what you were saying, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. It's an interesting topic. What CG stands for and what it's become and all this other stuff. And I mean, everybody has their own interpretation of it, and I think that's one of the hardest things to overcome when you have so many people with so many different ideas about what this is and what it isn't. And for me, I came in summer of 2018, give or take, a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
And that was the summer of love, pretty much, where everybody was just kind of finding their footing, getting their streams going. Campaigns started popping off, and seeing six figures left and right. It's a different vibe now, but at the same time, it's still very similar as far as the main actors in it. There's certain people come and go and everything, but I think what people need to stop focusing on is so much about the personalities within it as much as the the content that's being created, like the
Right.
books and stuff. Like we have so many more people creating stories and building these awesome worlds. And so I mean, and the cool part is like with my work through IndieCron, I've got to like, come to know all these different people, and some people aren't CG that were outside stuff too that I've got to know a lot about as well. But
Yeah.
ultimately, just the growth of the independent scene from about 2018 to now, just how much really really cool shit has been made and
Right.
has wound up into people's hands. It's amazing. And so
Mhm.
I look at CG. I've seen what the detractors say, and I've seen some of the bad stuff here and there from the CG side. I will not deny that not every person within or that affiliates with CG is necessarily a nice person. But that's the same thing on their side. There's a lot of assholes on their other side. There's a lot
Right.
of cool people that just want to build fun
Mhm.
stuff on that side too. So it's one of
Well,
those
the
balancing
difference
games where
is if there's cool people on that side that want to do something positive, they're not really allowed to. But
right. Well, they keep their head down. That's what it is. They keep their head down. They don't talk about it. They just get their
right.
work done and they move along. And back channels and at conventions, you'll go up and hang out with them for a little bit. They don't care who you are. They just want to hang out, and talk comics and stuff. And that's the way it kind of should be. It's when the political stuff comes into play. I know people were talking about, you don't want to be political, but you kind of are because you're here.
Right.
I'm not a political person, but I do have very strong beliefs, and so I guide myself based on the way that I feel about things. But I'm not going to press that on anybody else. I'm just here to help people make cool shit and make some cool shit myself. And as long as we're doing that, I'm cool with you.
Right.
As I was saying in the chat earlier, I think if people had, and this goes to both sides from last night, if people had just calmed down and had not run to stream. I mean, it was many, many hours later when UVS came on, and I respect that. He definitely cooled down from earlier in the day and everything too. I think though, if people had just calmed down and said, okay, you know what, let's back away for a minute, take a breather, let's come to the table and chat behind scenes. I think a lot of the stuff could have been resolved and wouldn't have become this boiling point kind of issue that divided some people over the last couple of days. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's happened.
Well, the same with the Kickstarter thing. That could have been worked out. That could have been worked out. I mean,
I had thought about doing it, and at this point, I'm leaning away from it for now, just because I feel like I've done really well on Fund My Comic, and that was the goal. We wanted to put something on Fund My Comic to help it grow, get some awareness to it. 3 campaigns now have crossed 10K. It's doing fantastic. I'm very happy with where we are right now. I would love to see us get higher. We're working on our next stretch goal already. So as long as things keep going that way, dude, I'm stoked, and I can't wait to do more.
There you go. I think primarily the Bible talks about you judge people by their fruit. You judge by the outcome. I mean it's kind of organic. It's not always sweet and tidy and polite and there's always seems to be a drama or squabbling going on. But when you look at the product that's coming out of this particular corner of the net, this particular community, and by people maybe not even claiming CG but affiliated or like friends with people in CG and friendly to CG, and you see the quality of it and how much superior it is to what you're getting in the mainstream. I mean, okay, we got this guy who's iconic and people put his icon on their clothing and their tanks and stuff like that. Oh, let's bring his wife back so she can cuck him out and then kill him off. I mean, decisions like that that are just like completely antithetical to any kind of future health that they're making.
Punisher was the first comic I legitimately collected. I had other books and stuff that I got over the years, but the Punisher was the first book I found at the grocery store that I thought was really awesome, and I started picking up every single issue I could find. And to see where that's gone.
And it's just it was just like this one writer, this guy who they bring in to like do hit jobs on characters. And he's done it multiple times, and they brought him in on Punisher, and people are like, "Oh shit, that guy's writing Punisher! Oh god, he's not long for this world." And sure enough, it's like putting Ta-Nehisi Coates on Captain America. You just know that this is not going to end well. And they keep making these decisions, and it's like, or putting T. Franklin on any damn thing. She's not a writer; she's a check mark. And the progressive stack check mark. That's all she is.
To be fully honest here, I only know her or they, however you say it, from what other people have said, because I haven't collected mainstream in probably 4 years, 5 years.
Exactly. Well,
I walked away, and I really haven't gone back and read anything from anybody.
Right. Well, I pay attention to the guys that I trust on that, like, still review mainstream comics, the thinking critical guys, people like that. And the things they say about her, and then they like show the receipts, and show the comic, and show her interaction with people on social media, and she's god awful. I mean, she's completely god awful.
That's all I have that I can base my opinion on, is what those people have said. And so I don't really feel comfortable like talking about certain people unless I've actually interacted with them and stuff. But from what I've seen, it's not. It's definitely.
Well, I mean, you don't have to interact with somebody to know they're a monster. I never interacted with Hitler, but I'm going to be sending.
Oh no! I totally get you. No. I just mean, as far as like what I know from what I've seen, I've only seen it one side. But I'm not defending anybody here, because I know from what I've seen, it's terrible. I just don't read the mainstream stuff anymore. I haven't.
No. I mean, I don't either. I go to Barnes and Noble every once in a while just to see what's on the shelf, and every time I go there, it's just like sad. It's just really sad. I mean,
but you're a lot like me though, as far as like backing stuff. I mean, because at least with the indie guys, I don't know how many campaigns. I think it's like 130 something I've backed on Indiegogo alone. Probably 50 or so on Kickstarter. A handful on Fund My Comic already. Plus, there's other little things that I've backed here and there over the years and stuff. And,
right.
I have more than enough stuff to read in my backlog that I don't need.
No,
their crap.
No. Well, I mean, it's like they're talking about that the guy who did Beta Ray Bill and just absolutely blew people away is doing Transformers, but I'm so far out of that now. I mean, I don't know how I could get back into it. So
the one over at Image.
Yeah, no, it moved. Kirkman got a hold of it.
Skybound, but it was still
Skybound. Image, right? Yeah, he got a hold of that and G.I. Joe, and he's going to make a shared universe.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got the writer he got for it. There's 2 writers that he got for him, and both of them have been really putting out good stuff. By so I mean, we'll see when it comes out, but 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 the bottom line, I mean, even this this crazy wacky thing here that we waited for nearly 3.5 years for, maybe 4, it came Cash Grab.
Oh, Cash Grab. I haven't get it yet. I think I got it already. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah, well, the Zayd brothers were fulfilling it, so you probably got it.
No, I was just trying to remember if it had come in yet, but
right.
Yeah, it did.
But it's like when I was kind of like complaining in the group about it, and people were like, "Oh, what did you expect it to be?" Hojo especially. He's like, "What did you expect it to be?" And I have to be honest, what did I expect it to be? It's exactly what it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
And so you get something like that, or you get something like the one with the cockroach. What was his name?
Roach Balls. Ayala?
Roach Balls. I mean, you get exactly what you get with those things. They make you want to get a tetanus shot. They're so nasty, but I mean,
I did.
But that's what they're supposed to be. Yeah,
I did back the Wazine, or how we say it, Wazine. I actually liked the zine format. I thought that was pretty cool, and the presentation on it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'd
those
actually like to see more stuff like that.
right. The 616 guys, they got quite a matrix going on over there.
Yeah,
Um,
I dig their just their group in general. Like they've got a nice tight knit group that they promote each other and they work together and go do stuff together. That's
right,
cool. I like to see
right.
that. I mean, the recent interactions with CG and stuff was kind of rough. I hate to see that
Yeah,
happen, but
yeah,
I do like their vibe as far as the group goes.
right, right. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, the definitely there's a separation there. Hopefully that'll heal
Yeah,
someday. But I don't know. But the bottom line, when it comes to CG, this is the lifeboat. This is if the mainstream, if comics is going to be saved, this is where it's going to be saved. Eventually there's going to be an IP that come out that's going to everybody
everyone
loves
loves tacos.
tacos. Yeah, there you go.
You know,
Yeah,
I look at it. So I've heard people refer to it as a lifeboat, and at the same time,
mhm.
in some ways, it's not even a lifeboat. It's more just like a ladder because
Right.
there are some people that were never connected to the mainstream, like myself. I mean, I've been published and stuff in the past many
Hmm.
years ago, but nothing like no
Yeah.
pages and stuff, just art that's wound up in certain places. Uh,
Right.
but like this is the first time I've actually been able to create a book and get it out to people's hands, and this
Right.
is brand new for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so, seeing them be able to start somewhere that it's
Hmm.
not saving them, it's literally just their first place they get to actually create. And I think that's awesome. I think
Right.
it's a whole different approach
Well.
than somebody's other.
Well, speaking of which, let me move into the last part of what I was going to talk about. Um, lately I've kind of been disappearing. I haven't been as active as I have been in the past, and the reason why is I've got some physical challenges that I'm dealing with. I was diagnosed with diabetes, which was not really a surprise to me. Um, and so I've been doing that. I've also been trying to diet because of that, but that's also affected my blood sugar levels. So there's days that I'm just like, plus the third shift sleep deprivation. On top of that, yeah, they think I definitely have sleep apnea. So I've got a sleep study coming up in August. Way
Yeah.
off in August, but
Hey, it's not that far out though. And
yeah.
once you complete that, you get your CPAP. I mean, if they determine that you have sleep apnea, which you
Yeah.
probably do,
Mm.
if they're talking about it with you, you're gonna feel like a whole different person.
Yeah,
Honestly.
two of my ministers at church have got CPAPs, and they say it was night and day with what happened with their life. Anyway, perfectly happy being on the bottom of the ladder, making sure it's secure enough for others to make it up. Yeah, you were definitely good job with that. Stop, save comics, change comics. No reason to save the system. Our heroes are in the mainstream now. Nope, they're dead. They are dead. We should mourn them and move on. That was my last show. If you want to check that out. Anyway, but yeah, I've got those challenges. Plus, my job has not been the best here lately. And so I've had the finances haven't really been there to do a lot of things. And so, because of that, I've had to kind of like scale back on some of my ideas, some of the things I'm going to do with the first comic. It'll probably only have like a couple tiers, couple covers, and get both covers tier. Also a get written into the comic tier. So it's maybe about 4 tiers. I was going to do something else that was a little bit more involved, but I just at this moment I don't have the resources, so I've got to simplify things. But that campaign should be up. But right now I'm working on getting the signups. So I'm looking into changing up the sign up page to get a bigger click through. But right now, as of yesterday, when last I looked at it, it was 42. And I just have a couple weeks before I'm supposed to launch on Bancroft. But I'm off the whole week next week. And so I'll be able to sleep at night. I'll be a lot more energetic. And I'm planning on doing a lot of things. I'm planning on maybe streaming just about every day. And trying to get that sign up list up to 100 so I can launch on Bancroft. And that's one of his requirements, or not requirements, but suggestions. Also, Aldous on the farm says don't even look at launching unless you got 100 signups, and I think he's right. So that's what I'm going to try to.
Yeah.
But I haven't really been able to put a lot of energy into it, like I really want to, and just because it's just been exhausted all the time. There are days when I don't get anything done, but nap. Plus, I got my little diabetic dog I'm dealing with right now. So,
oh man, yeah,
yeah,
that's tough. And yeah, the lack of energy. Even for me, even though I have the CPAP and stuff, I've been burning the candle at both ends because I've been working full time. I'm promoting like hell here, and then I'm studying because I have to take a test. I just passed one of the tests I need to take. I got to take another one on Thursday, so I have enough time to retake it if I don't pass it.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm up every night till like 3 a.m. studying, and then I'm up again at 6 to wake my kiddo up to get him ready for school and stuff. So it's just been this constant burn of like 3-hour nights, maybe an hour nap during the day sometime.
Right.
It's tough, man. But
it's a grind. It's a grind. 1 second.
Yep.
1 second.
You answer that. In the meantime, you guys should go and check out littlemerkmaid.com and back my book if you haven't already. And Buddy was talking about 100 signups. I'll tell you right now, I had close to 350, I believe it was, on my thing. We've had 197 individual backers. And one of the things that's kind of interesting about Fund My Comic versus IGG and Kickstarter is the backer count isn't per transaction as far as backing, it's per unique backer. So even if somebody comes in and backs 5-6 times on your campaign, they're only going to count as one backer. And so those numbers that you see on IGG where you've got 3,000 backers and stuff, those are probably inflated if somebody backed more than one tier. And so it's kind of interesting to one degree. I feel like, oh man, I don't have this really high backer count, but at the same time I look at it and go, wow, I've got almost 200 people that supported my book. And so with my mailing list, I had about 350 people. I've had almost 200 back. That's a pretty good return. I don't know how many people were actually on the list before, but a good number of them have backed. The one thing I could work on right now is hitting up that list again and saying, hey, if you haven't backed, come on in. And try to draw some more people in. But I have been celebrating, man. It's amazing to know that we
10K, man. Goal. That's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you're a pure FMC 10K. I mean, you've got it on the website. So that's incredible.
Pure 10K. Third campaign though, so I mean, a couple other ones passed us up, which grinds my gears a bit. But
I know. What are you going to do?
I can't begrudge either Czar because he got that Fox News coverage. I mean, you can't beat that. I would have loved to have gotten some mainstream.
Also, yes, ma'am, got Mr. Reagan said something about that. Yeah,
ma'am, I am. But at the same time, they only caught up. They're on like 5,000-6,000 right now, I think. But
right.
Bronze Star raced up. I'm really happy for Mike. That campaign's been doing great, and he's on multiple platforms too, and he still pulled 10K on FMC. So that's killer.
Right. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go. This phone calls somebody like, where you at? So I'm gonna have to go right now. But thanks for popping on, Pixel. Thanks for the chat coming today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to play my trailer. As you see, the link to the sign up is below. Pixel is on FMC. You can't miss his campaign. Fund My Comic, if you don't know what that means. Anyway, just look www.fundmycomic.com. I had 234 signups. I'm closing my 300 backer tonight when he gets home. Allegedly, single one of my backers is unique. Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah, man. You've been grinding like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He makes me ashamed of how much effort I've been able to put in. But he's got a lot more energy than I do. Anyway,
More money.
there you go. I'm gonna catch up next week. I got a few other things planned this week. I'm gonna try to do a What's the Story Thursday night. Bring that back, and I'm gonna have a writer's room on Friday night. Topic to be to be announced later, and also a love stream on Saturday night. So that's gonna for right now. That's gonna be my spate of shows. Just keep an eye out for the space. Follow the white rabbit and down the rabbit hole. Anyway, one last comment before we go. To me, me and Merkmaid was one true 10K champion. It wasn't run concurrently on any platform and did not run on a platform before that launch. Yeah. So your 10K accomplishment is probably more significant than their 10K accomplishment, according to us. It is anyway.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll put a little asterisk next to it, and I'll gladly take that asterisk.
There you go. But really appreciate it.
10K champ.
Anyway, let me play this trailer, and I'll play the outro. And thank you all for coming. Anyway, thanks for coming down the rabbit hole. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good. Bye.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet? Has to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others. As for me, give me liberty or give me death.